Well, how about that, my friends? Soak it in, absorb it, because it's going to change. That right now is a live view of the Gore Mountain Range, I-70, Golden Peak, and Head First, the run on Vail Mountain. Why do I know this? Because I'm standing right here. I hiked up this morning to bring you this view and a whole lot more for Vail Valley Live. Trisha Swenson's in the studios. I'm out here. We have your road reports. We have current snow conditions. We're going to talk in depth about the snowstorm that's about to arrive. It's just not here yet. It's so much more. So stay with us for the next hour, 7:30 to 8:30 every morning, because Vail Valley Live starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson here at our Grand Hyatt Vail Studios. We just saw Ken Hovey up on the mountain, giving us a great view of the Gore Range and the wonderful sunrise that's about to occur. It's going to be a wonderful day, a storm coming in, but we're excited about that. We've seen what it's done to Tahoe and some of the areas out to the west, so hopefully it will do the same to us and dump plenty of snow. But how was your weekend? Did you get out there? Nice sunny weekend to enjoy the slopes of Vail and Beaver Creek. Both slopes have a lot of terrain open for this time of year. So we'll be checking in on that. Pay attention to the crawl at the bottom of the screen. We've got that for you to let you know what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. And you will see the corduroy this morning because no new snow to report. But thanks for joining us on this bright and early Monday morning. We're looking at December 12th, almost halfway through the month of a busy month of December. And if you want to chat with us this morning, you can do so. We've got chat features on YouTube as well as Facebook. So it's a nice way to ask some questions or get some answers. And then also you can watch us on Comcast Channel 17, and that is right here outside television on Comcast. So a couple different ways to take advantage of what we've got going on here and how you can learn more and plan your week accordingly, because it's another busy week here in the Vail Valley. But let's let you see what's going on with the weather. So currently not too chilly compared to, especially, wow, 2 days ago we were about 1 degree above zero. We're into the teens right now. Beaver Creek 17 and Vail 18, or vice versa on that. And then we've got a winter weather advisory happening from now or this afternoon all the way through Wednesday. So a lot of snow, heavy snow at that, could be happening, and we could see some blustery winds happening as well. So we're excited for this conditions to come through. Cooler temperatures to the north of us. We're going to see windy, maybe even a lot of thunderstorms and rain throughout the Mississippi River Valley, going all the way to the Gulf. But there's a quick look at what's kind of happening. But the massive storm will be hitting us throughout the next couple of days. So traveling, I know that Leah is going to Hawaii, our producer. She's leaving at 5 in the morning tomorrow, but she's not taking any chances. She's going to Denver today. So that's one thing you can do, is make sure you get to your airport destination well in advance. Overnight, we're going to be dropping down in the single digits for the next several days. We won't get out of that till maybe early next week. This weather brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. But let's bring in Ken Hovey right now, talk a little bit about the conditions out there. Like I mentioned, no new snow to report in the last 24 hours, but here's what Ken has seen out there on the slopes. Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Trisha. How are you? It's a little loud out here because with the colder temperatures, snow guns are firing, and they're getting a lot of the coverage down here on the lower aspect of the mountain. I'm standing overlooking Head First. Did a little quick hike up here to bring, I just got to share this view full screen, and we'll talk through it. It is just glorious up here. Sun about to rise up over Golden Peak. I'll pan the camera over in that direction so you can see it. The lifts are running, but again, they don't open until 9 o'clock. But look how nice it is up here this morning. And Trisha, this is quite literally the quiet before the storm.
Yes.
I mean, and I love it, by the way. that I'm sure it's due to my complaining about the weather maps, that we actually have a weather map right now that shows the moisture that's coming in. So thank you so much to our production crew. You can see that big band of moisture to the north and it dipping in. And then right behind it, Trisha, take a look around Salt Lake. And then a little bit north of there, those little nubs, they're likely to come sweeping through as well, according to the National Weather Service. And I saw a couple of patrolmen as I was hiking up this morning and just chewed the fat with them for a few minutes about conditions and what they thought about the storm. And they're like, man, this is off the record, they're like, kind of the running bet is we might get up to 15 inches by the time this baby's done with us.
Yeah, you
So
know
that's great
what?
news. That's a lot of excitement.
Yeah, the National Weather Service is saying maybe, 1 to 2 today, tonight, 3 to 7 overnight, and then 3 to 5 Tuesday, another 1 to 3 Tuesday night, and then kind of rolling out into Wednesday. And if you go on the high end of that, yeah, you could maybe see, 13, 14 inches. So we'll have to just see what Mother Nature provides us. I always say, I'll believe it when I ski it. Everyone always makes these predictions. And I'm like, yeah, once I actually get out there, then I'll believe it. I'll believe the hype and everything. But you know what,
What if
Ken? I've seen yesterday, or maybe it was the other day, I was talking to someone about the snow removal mitigation that's going on around town. So this morning I was pulling into the Grand Hyatt Vail and kind of some flashing lights. It was a bulldozer. And then I saw not just a dump truck, I saw a semi tractor truck and trailer. Okay, so it's that big. It's like a semi truckload of snow that they're moving out of here, getting ready for the next. Because that's the thing, is like you got to find some place for the snow to go. So they're working hard this morning, flashing lights, give them some room. They are trucking out the snow on December 12th because we've got that much on the valley floor.
I can't believe it. We're only 2 weeks away from Christmas. I know that, there was a report in the Vail Daily a few weeks ago about the numbers being down for reservations. Well, I have it on pretty good information that those numbers have changed dramatically in the past couple of weeks since that article because of the recent snow. And a lot of the hotels are seeing solid bookings coming in starting on this Friday. Typically it's the Friday like right before Christmas, but we're starting to see an increase this Friday. So the numbers are going to go up. And then, a lot of speculation on when Blue Sky Basin and the back bowls is going to open. And I don't know if Leah could bring it up. Patricia, I wanted to show you this, okay? And I'm not trying to start rumors. That's not what I'm doing. I am simply showing Vail Resort's website and their hours of operations. And Leah, if you have that video, we could roll that. I'm not sure if she has it or not. Yeah?
Okay, well, we'll see. All right.
Okay, watch this, Tricia. Watch this. I'll walk
Yeah.
you through it.
Yeah.
This is on the website. I scrolled through this morning. There's their hours, and they're telling you when they change on the dates. Now look, you roll down, stop right there. The back bowls, opening December 16th.
Wow.
Okay, that's on the website.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know that. Maybe they're saying, hey, if it opens, these will be the hours.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So don't be like, hey, man, Ken Hovey, Vail Valley Live said you were open December 16th, bro. I'm dropping this rope. No. I'm just showing you what I found on the website.
Well,
okay?
you know what?
So
I think,
we'll
you know
see.
what? Who knows? That could be very accurate. Maybe it'd be kind of, we got December 15th is the 60th anniversary actual date that it opened in 1962. So that would be a nice, fitting present for everyone. Maybe portions of the back bowls. It could be China
Yeah,
Bowl.
sure.
Maybe a little high noon action. I doubt high noon's gonna open because they have all that activity going on with that new chairlift, the Sundown Express that's going in to the top of chairs 7 and 3 by Wildwood. I bet you that won't open, but we could maybe see that. So yeah, good observation. And you also saw that the lift hours are gonna change as we get closer to the holidays as well. Right now, Vail opens at 9 a.m. It'll start opening at 8:30, momentarily. So that's another thing to think about. Beaver Creek is pretty much always that 9 a.m. to 4, and then Bachelor Gulch closes at 3:30. Arrowhead closes at 3:30 as well to get you back over to Main Mountain in case your car is there or your kids are in ski school. Hey, I heard that Arrowhead is probably going to open this Saturday. So that hasn't
that's
been
good
open
news.
yet. But I did go over to Mamie's. That opened up yesterday. I don't know if we have that video. we have that video?
Yeah, we want to
Okay.
see Mammy's. Trisha, Mammy's is one of my favorite places. I love it. And I can remember in years past, you'd look back toward this area and be like, man, it'd be so cool if they put a chairlift in. And now they've got one.
Yep. So that's looking at McCoy Park. So McCoy Park's still not open yet. That was open last year, last January. 17 intermediate and beginner runs, mostly beginner, about 14 beginner, 3 intermediate. And then you look over towards Main Mountain Beaver Creek, and hey, people were ordering chili, beers, potato chips, all that stuff. They've got the yurt open for you as well. There's my husband at the bottom. He was taking like a 5-minute nap right there. But that was just great. I didn't know that restaurant was open, and now it is. So we just took a short little break and kind of just, to have a sunny, warm December, non-windy day, like both days were both like that. I mean, what a gift that was to
With good
really.
snow. Was Nina up there?
Nope,
She's
nope.
been
Nina wasn't up there. We looked for her. She wasn't up there yet. But a lot of the other, manager, employees, all that kind
crew.
of stuff
The
were
crew.
open.
They've got like you talk about locals. They've got like people that have been there for years and years. What'd you have, Trisha? Did you have a little wine? Did you have a beer? Did you have some chili? Come on.
You know what? We split a Gatorade. It was like that quick of a trip. So I know, kind of boring. It was, yeah. We had a choice between yellow or blue Gatorade. We got the yellow one. I don't like Gatorade, but I had to have a little bit because I was thirsty. Mike loves Gatorade.
That's such a fun spot, and especially when now with Beaver Creek having Strawberry Park lift open, so you can ski all over the front side of Beaver Creek. You can take Strawberry Park up. You can drop into Bachelor Gulch. You can go to Mammy's Mountain Grill. Is Leave the Beeve open yet? Do you know?
You know what? I'm not sure about that. Here, let me pull up the website because you know what? I did see the Upper Mountain Express open out of Bachelor Gulch. Because we were thinking
All right, so
about
again, that's another one not to hold us to. We'll take a look through there, but for our viewers out there, Leave the Beeve is kind of a fun thing to do, especially if you're in sort of a jovial party atmosphere. Is you do a little session at Mammy's, and if you park down in Avon, or even better yet, if you're drinking, make sure that you take the bus or have a limo service or a taxi cab or an Uber pick you up. But you kind of ride down, and then you stop by the Ritz for what I call the $18 martini, which I'm sure with inflation is
it's
probably
like a
$22
$27 martini now.
Oh,
I think it's like 27.
It's 27 now.
Yeah. Like it's
like
a
the best
lot more.
$27 martini you'll ever have. It's huge. You sip it. You feel like you're staying. Look, I'm drooling. You feel like you're staying at the Ritz, and then you Leave the Beeve down.
Yeah.
And man, what a great day that is.
You know what? Yes, Upper
Upper
Beaver Creek Mountain Express and Lower Beaver Creek Mountain Express are open. So I'm guessing
Oh, they are.
Leave the Beeve
Perfect.
is open for you as well. Hey, speaking of the Ritz-Carlton Bachelor Gulch, Ken, they just had their 20th anniversary last Thursday. Isn't that amazing? All these milestones. Vail's turning 60. The Grand Hyatt Vail is turning 40. And then Bachelor Gulch, the Ritz-Carlton right there, is turning 20. All these
20, wow.
milestone years.
I call it the world's largest log cabin.
Oh, it is.
Well,
you know that style. The style. So they had a specialty cocktail at their little birthday party called the Parkitecture, and it was Bachelor Bourbon, which was a specialty bourbon made for the hotel. And Parkitecture is when you use the style of lodges that are in national parks. And so kind of think Old Faithful Lodge, up in Yellowstone. That's kind of what they were going for with that Parkitecture style of architecture.
Very
so
cool.
A little bit of trivia.
Hey, Tricia, I love, I should share with the viewers, you and I have healed up. Last week you had a split nose and your glasses. I had a scratched eyeball. We're back.
We're back. We're back in our original forms. Not in our
Feels good.
Like our Clark Kent. We're back to our superhero forms. We're not in our disguise.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Well, Tricia, I'm going to leave you with this view, and you can take it over. When we come back, though, I am going to make my way a little bit further down into the village, show you around. Got some video of your road report. Have got an awesome thing that Leah's family sent in about going out and cutting your own Christmas tree.
Yes.
Why it's beneficial to the forestry, and also how you do it, where you get your permit. I'm excited to share that, as well as the views of the mountain range and the snow reports. We have a lot going on, but I'll leave you with this, Tricia. It is a magnificent day up here. and the snow is in the forecast.
Okay, and Ken, in addition to everything he mentioned, we're going to let you know about sushi deals. We're going to let you know about where to go opera ski. We got a lot to tell you about. So stick around. Once again, we'll be with you for about the next hour, and we've got a way for you to chat with us. If you have any questions, you can chat on our YouTube page or our Facebook page. Just type in Vail Valley Live on either of those platforms. Go right there. You could chat a little question in. We'd love to take care of your questions. All right, so we'll be right back with more Vail Valley Live.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
Well, we are back. Time now to find out what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Monday, the 12th of December. And on the cover was a big weekend in World Cup racing over in Europe. Schifrin was second in slalom. Michaela celebrates taking second on Sunday's World Cup in Sestriere, Italy. Schifrin was denied her 50th career slalom win, but finished in second in the tie with winner Wendy Holdener in the discipline, standing and maintaining her lead overall. So cool cover photo of Michaela. And then Lemley wins first World Cup in just her 10th World Cup start. Ski and Snowboard Club Vail's Elizabeth Lemley, who's only 16, claimed her first career dual slaloms mogul in Sweden. You can read more on page 819. And local and regional news, steady progress. Eagle County Charter Academy makes gains towards its diversity goals. You can read more about this on page A2. And Town of Vail calls on rental owners to help. Email mirrors similar ask made by the Eagle County School District earlier this year. So the town manager says the town is desperate to find several key and important bus driver positions. I'm sure housing is related to this, so learn more about this on page A3. And the town of Vail to increase plastic bag fees at the start of the new year. New fees, regulations to roll out as part of an alignment with Colorado Plastic Pollution Reduction Act. Check it out on page A5. And in sports and entertainment, you can read all about what was going on with the slalom over the weekend. After winning in Killington, Swiss Wendy Holdener steals a second straight World Cup slalom victory. Check this out on page A18. And then learn more about Ski and Snowboard Clubs Vail's Elizabeth Lemley, who is winning her first career World Cup on page A19. And in arts and entertainment, Laughs with Lisa. We've got comedy coming back to the Vail Valley this week, so you can learn a little bit more about this comedian in the Q&A that they were able to hold with Lisa Curry. So check it out. It's in today's paper on page B1. These stories and more can be found. You can check out Town Talk today. Some pretty cool big orange sheep in Vail Live today as well. And all sorts of deals can be found, discounts, all sorts of things like that in the Vail Daily. Grab your copy, or you can go to vaildaily.com to find out about updates with your newsletters, entertainment newsletter, sports newsletter, or breaking news like road closures, which we may find as we roll into this storm cycle that's coming up. Speaking of the roads, let's take a look at what they're looking like right now. The sunshine this weekend greatly improved a lot of the side streets. Some of those parking lots were able to melt off. We saw snow removal mitigation going on this morning, getting the parking lots a little eased out from some of these big piles of snow. So traveling just fine right now, but we're going to see that deteriorate as we get through later on today and tonight, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday as this huge storm rolls in through the northwest. But let's bring in Ken Hovey to talk a little bit about this. And Ken, this is really the time that you gotta fuel up on the winter wiper fluid, because you need to have that. I keep a spare bottle in my car, and at one time I ran out on Vail Pass, and you know how splashback, all that, and I was coming down, and of course the first gas station isn't until West Vail. So I was coming down, and it was getting harder and harder to see. You know that pedestrian bridge that goes across over to Lion's Head? There was a couple of droplets of water that mercifully landed on my windshield, so I had just enough to like clear it off and then pull into that gas station. That's the thing. You don't want to be at a place where you're miles from where you can purchase it. You want to keep something in your car.
Trisha, you look like Ace Ventura, the pet detective, in that scene where he's driving with his head out the window, like trying to see. Hey, speaking of great views, if Leah, our wonderful producer, wouldn't mind bringing up, I sent in a video from your neck of the woods this morning, Trisha, from Edwards, as I was making the commute this morning to show the viewers what the weather looks like that's rolling in before we get to it. A little bit dark, but the sunrise this morning was just spectacular. Hitting the bottom of the clouds, you'll see it here in just a moment. But you can see that storm rolling in. It is significantly different than what we saw yesterday morning, where it was very, very clear out. Clouds are starting to roll in as we dive into the weather. I've got more information on that, and also what you can expect with your snow totals and kind of how this storm is going to approach. But the clouds are coming, and we've got the proof of it right there looking over Edwards. And by the way, there's been a huge herd of elk that's been hanging out at the Arrowhead Golf Course. If you see it from the highway, do not pull over on the side of the highway. But if you see it on Highway 6, by all means, take a glance. Before we get into the weather, I can't fan my camera, so I took this photo. What that is, Trisha, right, is that is looking directly west right now from where I am. I mean, just pointed the camera that direction, and that's that band of clouds that's starting to make the approach. My suggestion for skiers or riders today is to go with a low light lens, because it is going to be overcast. And if we could bring up that weather map, Leah, and also what we can expect, we'll dive more into the weather. We do have a winter weather advisory that goes into effect at 11 o'clock. Depending on where you're located, it's dependent on how far it goes. In Vail, it goes all the way until Thursday. Down Valley, it lasts till Wednesday. The brunt of the storm comes in this afternoon with, as Trisha mentioned earlier, they're calling for 1 to 3 inches of accumulation before it gets dark. And then after dark, we really start to see the system pick up. Could see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches by tomorrow morning. So we could wake up with 8, maybe even 10 inches by your Tuesday morning, the snow lasts, kind of breaks up a little bit, and then there's another wave right behind it. As we've mentioned several times, computer models are all over the place. Trisha, I'm going to make uh, the most accurate guesstimation that we're going to get between 1 and 24 inches from this storm. That's where
Okay.
I'm going with it.
Okay, that's your over
Yeah.
under. That's you're a betting man. That's what you're gonna see. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know.
mean, in my heart, I listen to Patrol, and when those guys are like, "Yeah, we're kind of saying 15," it's sort of the running guess. I would go with a foot, double digits, definite snorkel powder day. They really watch the computer models. They check very detailed stuff, and they're the ones that know best on the mountain. The coverage is incredible. I'm yelling this morning because it is so cold here. They've got the snow guns firing on Lower Pepe's face. I'm going to make my way down into the village. Here's your snow totals and what we're looking at so far for the season. And although no new snow reported in the past 12 or 24 hours, Trisha, we're over 100 inches of snow in the second week of December on Vail Mountain, which is awesome. And Beaver Creek is also doing great. Again, no new snow. They're expecting to get a lot out of this. They're at 94 inches for the season. Both mountains just around 3 feet of mid-mountain snow depth. It's awesome. It's really good right now. We're not just saying it. Sometimes we're just like, yay, it's pretty good out there. You'll have fun. Woohoo! And we're lying to you, right? Right now, it's awesome. It's
Oh yeah.
really good conditions, and it's only going to get better.
And you know what? Again, I did check, and Leave the Beav is open. Lower Beaver Creek Mountain Express, Upper Beaver Creek Mountain Express, they're all open for you as well. So super cool that we're able to have so many different ways to access the mountain. I was over on Strawberry Park, and then we went down the Latigo area. They opened a lot of like Willie's Space and Centennial and the brand new Gary's, the renamed lift from Double Diamond. So that's open for you. So you've got all that. Hey, and then I had to mention, okay, I was listening to the show yesterday, and you and Billy had your chat going with the questions. You said, what was at the Four Seasons before the building was built? And I know Billy said that gas station, but Jerry was watching because I was looking at some of the comments, and she said Holiday Inn. Because you know
The
what?
Holiday Inn. I saw that after the show, and I know Jerry. She's awesome. And by the way, if you need your lights done, she does a great job at doing tree decoration. She's amazing. I saw that, and I do vaguely remember that. I guess the gas station stands out in my mind because it was just, even back in the day, I remember pulling into the four-way stop in Vail and being like, man, a gas station right here. I wouldn't be surprised if someday they do something else with that property. So, Four Seasons is there. Now you can get gassed up because the bar there, have you ever been into the bar at the Four Seasons and seen the view and the atmosphere?
Remedy bar.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Oh, you know what? So we were just over there for Whoville. So Whoville is the Grinch. There's a gingerbread house that's made out of tons of gingerbread and fondant and icing. And then they had the Grinch dressed up as Santa. And then all the little kids came there at 3:00 last Friday. Vail Christian High School sang, and we were trying to get an interview with Jonathan and Braden, their pastry chef. And the soccer game was going on next door in Remedy because that's a huge, great sports bar. And Jonathan said, "Yeah, the game is going about 20 minutes longer than we expected." So here we are trying to get the interview, and everyone's like hooting and hollering and cheersing. So it was the place to be on Friday afternoon to watch that soccer action. The
World Cup
Ken,
soccer
the
is
other
very
World
popular.
Cup. Like when I was talking about
Absolutely.
World Cup last week, they're like, "Wait, what teams are you talking about?" I'm like, "What do you mean? We got the ski racers," and they're like, "Oh, we thought you were talking about the World Cup, FIFA World Cup." I'm like, "No, I was talking about FIS World Cup."
No.
All right. Oh,
There's
and
other World Cup.
we could show you a little bit of what. So Ken, you got to see this gingerbread house. Now they used to actually have like a little house, but now it's just a facade. So cute. This is right off the lobby. When you walk in, just go to the right, and it's right next to. So there was the Grinch, and okay, look at that. Oh, okay, and those new windowsills. So all of that is like, frosting, basically,
Wow.
fondant. And she was putting finishing touches on it. All those squares are gingerbread. And then around the door, it looks like stones. And you know what that is? That's bread. So
Wow.
you can't eat this,
Very talented. Very
but really
talented.
cool.
Trisha, that's so cool. As a kid, I would have had mixed emotions where I wanted to reach and touch the gingerbread and snap off a piece. And that Grinch would have scared the crap out of me. There is no way. Like, I was definitely afraid of clowns and Santa Claus. The Grinch would have terrified me. So it would have been, kind of good. Things I love, though, are great views. Trisha, I do have to wrap it up here because I do want to make my way down. We're progressing through the program. I'll leave you with this, Trisha. You can take them out. We've got more weather and mountain reports coming up, and snow's in the forecast, my lady.
Oh yeah, and you know what? That Weather and Mountain Report brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty. Contact their broker professionals to help you live your life that you love right here in the Vail Valley. So yeah, thank you, Ken, for that weather report, and we'll be back. We've got to talk about sushi deals. We have a lot of things to tell you about. What's going on at Beaver Creek? So stay with us.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziglin, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray, of course, right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Thanks so much for joining us today on your Monday. Hey, if you have any comments, if you have anything you want to ask us, you can chat with us during the live show on YouTube or Facebook. Just type in Vail Valley Live, and we will get to you. And Randy, we heard your comment. Hopefully, can you hear me better now? He said, can you pump up the volume a little on Trisha? So we're working on it, Randy. So, okay, but hey, have you gotten your Christmas tree yet? Because what's really neat is that you can get a permit from the U.S. Forest Service. It's just $10 plus a $2.50 service fee. But this allows you to go out into the wilderness and cut your tree. And you could pick it out. You could bring the whole family. You can go down several different areas. Hey, Leah's parents just did this. Now, where did they go to? Did they go to Minter? Yeoman. Okay, so Yeoman, which is out of Eagle, so they went to Yeoman to get a Christmas tree. This is south of Eagle, and it actually helps maintain a healthy forest. A lot of people think, oh, you're cutting down a tree, that's bad. But for every tree that is found, cut, and carried home as a holiday fixture, you're actually contributing to the overall forest health. So Christmas tree permits are a unique opportunity for citizens to help thin a densely populated stands of small diameter trees, which is what you're usually getting. You know, Christmas tree, you're probably getting one that can at least fit in your car, so they're not going to be too big. But this is a super fun thing for kids to explore. It just really, and it's so personal when you get to just find that perfect tree. Sometimes that tree finds you. It's just like going to the little adoption center. Maybe that pet finds you. The tree could find you too. But really, really neat. So just very inexpensive to do as well. So $10 just with that $2.50 fee. You can carry it on out. You could bring a sled if you wanted to as well. Some people do that. And then, so basically, choose your forest. So they chose Yeoman Park. A lot of people go just outside of Minturn for this. Get the details, read the details and the rules of your permit, and then you buy the permit. So really cool to see how this goes. And you can go to recreation.gov/tree permits. And this will kind of be where you can figure all this information out. But we want to let you know that it is legal. Get your tree permit, and you can go out there and cut your very own special tree, which is good. You know, like we just searched for our tree yesterday. We didn't have time to go out to the forest to get it, so we were just going to get it at one of the tree selling places around town. Usually there's one in Eagleville. Usually there's one in Edwards. We drove all around. We ended up going to Home Depot. And they were so great. They helped us find the tree. They, Douglas fir. We got this one, the spruce, and they tied it onto the top of my car, which I was so glad because I was like, how am I going to get this home? So we did get our tree, and now it's I'm letting the branches kind of spread out. I'll probably put the lights on it tonight, and we'll get it all good to go. But is Hovey around? Has he got his tree yet? Okay, Ken's not ready yet. Hey, but we want to let you know, we were talking a lot about Vail's 60th anniversary, the Bachelor Gulch, Ritz-Carlton Bachelor Gulch, 20th anniversary, Grand Hyatt Vail, we are right now where our studios are. They're celebrating their 40th anniversary. Now, a lot of people remember this as the Westin back in the day, a long time ago. Then I remember it as the Cascade Club for a long time. For a hot minute, it was Hotel Talisa, and then Grand Hyatt came in just a couple of years ago and took it over and have done a fantastic job. They've got Gessner Restaurant, which is awesome. They have Chair 20 right outside the doors. If you stay here, you've pretty much got your own private chairlift. Venture Sports is right there to take care of your rental needs. They got their spa downstairs. And they have Top Golf. We were just there for a holiday party, playing a little golf, playing a little zombie dodgeball. Fun things going on with Top Golf and so much more. But what they do have also is a sushi pop-up. It's called Yoshimi, and it's from their Grand Hyatt down in Mexico City. So they brought that concept up here, and it's just a pop-up and just off the lobby. We were here this summer, and we pretty much tried almost the whole menu, and we finished that boat. But they're doing a special on boats through December 19th for their anniversary celebration. So a small boat is $40 and a large boat is $60. So let's let you see what these boats are all about. It's an awesome place to come if you're looking for sushi. Hey, and who doesn't love sushi at a discount? Here's more. Hey, Vail Valley Live friends, we're checking out one of the newest restaurants in Vail.
Yoshimi Pop-Up, located in the Grand Hyatt. We're about to feast.
And it's all sushi. Come on.
in the extraordinary. We're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
It's all waiting for you. Inside here. Explore the slopes coast to coast and everywhere in between with Epic Pass.
This season in Vail, the possibilities are limitless. After a lesson with world-class instructors, there's so much more to see, more to explore, more incredible terrain, and legendary back bowls. Every lesson sends you further. Unlock the skills, grow the confidence to experience more mountain than ever before. This season, discover more about Vail with a lesson. Book ski and snowboard school at vail.com. Vail, like nothing on earth.
All right, we are back with Vail Valley Live. Hey, we got Jerry in the chat now. She used to work at the Fondue Stube at the Holiday Inn in Vail, which is now where the Four Seasons is now. So that's why she knew what buildings were there. So it was the gas station right on the corner, the Holiday Inn right next to it. So yeah, Jerry, we remember that. So we'll let Ken know that you said hello. So thanks for chiming in. And Randy, does it sound better? We got the volume up for you? Okay, it sounds like we're good to go now. But hey, so many fun things going on, including Vail's 60th anniversary celebration that we're gonna have this weekend. So December 15th, 1962. Imagine it. Tickets were cheap. There was just a couple of lifts. No Blue Sky Basin yet, of course. No Lion's Head yet, for that matter. And Interstate 70 was not rolling through here. You were on the old Highway 6. So it was a different world, dirt streets, dirt parking lots. It's amazing. It's a short yet impressive history. Vail was started by Pete Seibert. He had the vision for it. He met up with Earl Eaton over in Aspen when they were both working at the resort there. And Earl's like, hey, I got a place I'll show you. So they hiked all the way up to the ridge line. And Earl grew up in this area, so he knew what was behind there. And he's like, look at those back bowls. It was already kind of perfect bowl shapes. Not a lot of cutting needed to be done. And they're like, this is definitely the place. We gotta check it out. So we've got the 60th anniversary going on this weekend, Thursday, all the way through the weekend. We're gonna have champagne toast. We're gonna have live music, DJs. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looks like the ice bar is going to be open for us as well. So let's bring in Ken Hovey and talk about this milestone of an anniversary for Beaver Creek, for Vail. And Ken, what do you think about it? It's going to be pretty cool, right?
Well, it makes me realize that I've been here half of Vail's life. And I've been out here this morning.
Oh, yeah,
the Town of Vail crews are out here hard at work. Man, Vail has come a long way in just such a short period of time. We talk about the long history of Vail, but 60 years really isn't that long, right? I mean, we have people that live twice that long. So many people have been here. My wife, I won't say her age, 55, but she moved here like 5 years after basically Vail opened and has lived here ever since. So It's pretty incredible. This is one of my favorite things that they're redoing, though. Something that I never got to see, and that was the ice bar. To my understanding, they're actually reconstructing that for a limited time. Other things that are going on, just a celebration. I can only imagine the outfits that we're going to see. I mean, you think about fashion. Tricia, you are a fashionista. Think about the different fashions that have come and gone on Vail Mountain. From the one pieces to the neon colors to just about everything you can imagine.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
sure that those are all going to be out in force.
Well, and you know what? And just the technology that, from the wool, the kind of the wool knickers and, the overcoats and everything. And it reminds me of Klaus Obermeyer, who, by the way, Ken, turned 103 early December. The first week of December is his birthday, and he's still over in Aspen. But, he came over here and he was a ski instructor at Aspen. And he thought, am I going to get my clients to come back? Because that's how they're going to get paid if they keep on coming back the next day and the next day. And that little two-seater chairlift was very cold. So he basically took a down comforter that his mother gave him because he was going from Germany to North America. It's like, wow, it must be really cold in North America. So she sent a down comforter with him. He literally put it out on his kitchen table. He cut it. He fashioned it into kind of an oversized parka that they could put on for the ride up. And then the down parka would go back down to the bottom. They would ski. They'd put the coat on again, go back up. He jokes that he had feathers in his cereal for weeks because he had feathers like all over his kitchen. But you know what? It was like, if necessity is the mother of invention, I mean, that's really what happened there. He was like, how can I keep my clients warm? And Obermeyer Sport has gone on to, he's not only invented that, but he invented so many different things in the ski industry. It's pretty amazing what this guy, at 103, has been able to accomplish. So I think of that when I think of fashion, with some of the things that he created.
I love, Tricia, that we were talking about the 60th anniversary, and phew, we're on Klaus Obermeyer for 5 minutes.
Well, you talked
He's
fashion.
amazing.
You asked me
He
about
is, yeah.
fashion, and I
I
gave
lived
you
there. He's
fashion.
amazing.
Fashion and
When I
function.
think fashion in Vail, though, I just think of like the first thing in the morning, your actual ski attire, and then what you wear after. Because let's face it, when you're out here combing the streets in the evening, it's important to look good as well. But a lot of people don't realize they come here on vacation to Vail and they bring all these different outfits to wear. You could actually get away with just bringing like your ski outfit. Just about every, you want proper shoes, but just about every restaurant in the valley will allow you to come in ski gear. And I'm actually standing right next to, I don't have it on camera, one of my favorite restaurants in the valley, and that is the Left Bank. It is French cuisine. Have you ever been there, Tricia?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I interviewed Liz and Luke Meyer in 2020 when it was the 50th anniversary of the Left Bank. And then Jean-Michel Chaland, of course, took it over about 17 years ago. But they had some very, very famous clientele coming in. They've got this little cookbook that kind of part recipes, part stories. And just hearing about, the Fords that would come in, Henry Kissinger, Charlie's Angels came in when they were filming that movie over the Lodge of Vail. I mean, it's just really funny to look at the who's walked through those doors.
Yeah, if you've never been to the Left Bank, it is definitely one of the most exceptional restaurants. Every bite is just absolute perfection. But since I was standing down here on such an iconic street, and again, Town of Vail is doing some snow removal right now, as you said earlier, Tricia, about doing the mitigation so that they can get ready for more storm activity. It might get a little loud here in a moment. But there's so many really great places that are down here. I'm standing right in front of the Lolo store, the fine rugs, home decor jewelry, and also just off to the left of the camera is the Golden Bear. But as you make your way down, and you can see the Gore Mountain Range off in the distance, just about 100 yards on the left-hand side is another spectacular restaurant, and one of the most famous ones in Vail, and that's called Sweet Basil. That's another one of the favorites. And I have a little advice for visitors that are coming here, because that is typically a restaurant that everyone wants to get into for dinner, but it can be a challenge, especially over Christmas week. So my suggestion, do lunch there.
Yeah.
Have you ever what you do is you can pretty much walk into Sweet Basil for lunch. It gets a little crowded at times, but not so many people come off the mountain from skiing and riding and go there. And the trick of it is you go into Sweet Basil, you have lunch, you have the great atmosphere, you have a great table, and you pay a little less. You know, lunches are always a little less expensive. So if you can't get the dinner reservation there, there's my tip for you when you come in. Go there for lunch. Take a look at that menu. It is awesome.
Oh
Right
yeah.
across from here is Yama Sushi. They have a really cool pet store down here, the Pet Boutique. I mean, Cosbar, I know you're familiar with that location. That is a
Yes.
really good one. Guys, for your ladies, if you want to get a great gift certificate, come to the Cosbar. And then off in the distance, you can see Gorsuch. And then, of course, Trisha down there on the left, another favorite, Pepe's. Pepe
Yes.
Gromsheimer, who he and Klaus Obermeyer, I'm sure, were buddies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely. I had lunch on that deck with Klaus Obermeyer. Yeah, Pepe came out and said hi. It was quite a
Wow.
while ago.
Wait. Now, that's the good stuff I want to hear right there. You were at Pepe's with Pepe, or
Klaus.
with Klaus Obermeyer,
Yes.
and Pepe Gromsheimer came out.
Yeah, this was probably when Klaus was probably 89 years old.
Wow, Trisha, what a
Yeah.
cool memory that is.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Pepe unfortunately passed away a couple years ago. He was an icon here. Very much loved. His daughters and wife are friends of our family. And man, what a legend he was. What a cool opportunity.
I
Trisha
know.
Swenson. That's like a mic drop
I
moment
got
for
a
you when you're having
photo.
lunch with Klaus.
I should show the photo with it. Yeah, yeah. I got a lot of photos with Klaus, you know, because we would always go to the ski industry trade show down in Denver, and he would be there. My last picture with him was in, I think, 2019, because of course then 2020 I didn't make, you know, that was before the pandemic. I was coming back from the International Ski Industry Show, IPSO, in Germany, and then it coincided on the same date. So I just landed and came back up here, and that was the last trade show that they had of that kind where Klaus was. So that's why I haven't seen him in a while. But 103,
Very cool.
Ken. 103.
Hey, I want to show you this. I'm gonna pan the camera around. Sorry for the awkward move here, but check out all the snow inside this front end loader
Yeah,
that they're moving
see,
out here
I know. Like, don't you
as you
wish they could
cruise
just like put
by.
that up on the mountain? You know, like, hey. Okay, awesome. But hey, Ken, you know what? You mentioned, you know, you can go into the restaurants. You know, it's good to get out of your boots. Like, I always try to bring a change of shoes or something. But you can go to Opry and you can go to the restaurants with your ski pants. You can be dancing in your ski pants and everything. But we had a chance to send Rachel and Meredith out to try to find some Opry action. Here's more.
What's up, Vail Valley Live? Rachel LaDon, your producer here with Meredith, as you all know and love from the show. We are here in Vail, and it is Opry time.
We don't really know where to go. There's a lot of great places in town, but we don't know the vibe. So hang tight, we're gonna go find a bar.
Look at this puppy! Can I pet your dog? So cute! So cute! So cute!
Hello.
How was your day?
The groomed ones were good. Go to channel 17.
Okay, we found a place.
Where are we at, Mary?
BBC.
Vail Brewing Company in Vail Village. This place is a local's favorite. They've always got different brews on tap. We are excited to get back there and try something. Awesome.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, Mary, close your eyes. If you can name the number of people in this room wearing flannel accurately, I'll give you $5.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 5 guys.
It was only 4.
5.
Oh.
$5.
Looks like Meredith has already made friends with the bartender, so let's see what's going on.
Oh, hey there. What's up? What's going on? What are you guys talking about? Beer.
This is my new friend Patrick. What is your favorite beer? Let's start it off with that.
Ooh, I love the Hot Mess Blonde. It's one of our 3 all year round beers. I'm a blonde myself, and it's a very easy, smooth to drink blonde ale with a little citrus taste. It's very good. And the other 2 beers that we have year round are an award winning pale ale and like a West Coast Hop Gore Creek IPA.
Cheers. Cheers. We got our drinks. We are happy.
Thanks, BBC.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
This weather and mountain report brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's new luxury resort in Vail.
All right, time now to take a look at the weather. It is literally the calm before the storm, is what Ken Hovey was mentioning when he was up on Beaver Creek or Vail Mountain earlier this morning. We're in the teens, upper teens at that. 18 over at Beaver Creek, 17 over in Vail, and we are in, according to the National Weather Service, a winter weather advisory starting later on this morning, going all the way into Wednesday. And we could see quite a bit of the accumulation from this storm. A lot of blizzard conditions throughout the upper northwest. We've got rain and snow throughout the Minneapolis area, and then rain showers all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So a big, powerful storm is going to be moving through here. That could definitely impede travel. So if you need to get to Denver, or if you have some appointments down there, maybe reschedule them, because this could wreak a lot of havoc out on the road. So today, snow stars likely mainly after 3 p.m. Otherwise, mostly cloudy throughout most of the day. And then that's going to go into tonight as well as tomorrow, all Wednesday. So we're going to see overnight lows in the single digits. So it's going to be a chilly storm at that. So bundle up if you're going to be out and about. Have a winter preparation kit in your car as well. If you got stranded, it's good to have some snacks. You know, they mentioned like a coffee can with a candle and the snacks and warm boots, gloves, the snow scraper. Make sure you've got that in the car just in case the unexpected happens. But let's bring in Ken Hovey to talk about the mountain now. Lifts open at 9 a.m. on both Vail and Beaver Creek. We've got pretty much all the front side lifts open for you over at Vail. You know, Cheer 10, when they drop the Cheer 10 ropes, wow, people were loving Blue Walks, Highline before it got bumped out, Roger's. That was the place to be last week.
Yeah, there's going to be more moments like that in the coming weeks as they open up more and more terrain. And Trisha, as you mentioned, as we get more snow, I just wanted to bring it over here to Solaris to wrap up the show because I love that segment that we just had from Rachel and Meredith where they were kind of bouncing around town. And one of the locations they ended up at is right there. It's where the Vail Brewing Company is located. Great location right here at Solaris overlooking the ice skating rink. I love coming down here. They have great local beers. They also have another location that's in Eagle Vale, and they have Rocky Mountain Taco that's set up in front of that location, which is good. But the Solaris Ice Skating Rink, one of the 3 ice skating rinks that are located in the town of Vail. It is right on the bus route. When you come down here, you can ice skate. You can ice skate over at the Arabelle at Vail Square. And if you prefer indoor ice skating, they do offer that up at Dobson Ice Arena. But Tricia, I've been getting a lot of compliments cruising around town for Vail Valley Live. Pulling it off with this thing. This is how I'm doing it, Trisha.
Well,
There's the
I
mechanism.
heard.
Right. Trisha,
I
look. There's
yeah.
my camera mounted on
I
the
love
back.
it.
If you
I
can
love
make
it.
that out.
Well, I was watching the show with you and Billy yesterday, and I heard your little battery died yesterday, so you were kind of hoofing
It
it
did.
back to Lion's Head. But no, that's
Yeah.
super cool. That's a good rig you
Well,
got there.
when you start up on the mountain, everything's downhill, so it makes
Yeah.
it a lot easier. But great to see you again today, Trisha. Everybody get ready for that storm. It is coming in. It is pretty clear overhead right now here in the village. Cooler temperatures. Going to be plenty of sunshine this morning. But once those clouds start to roll in, it's going to limit the light. It's going to become a low light afternoon. Could have some light accumulation. And then hopefully tomorrow morning, this entire place is blanketed with a few inches of snow.
Yeah, and you know what? Going back to your sunrise shot this morning, that red, I saw this same thing, kind of the pink, almost like a line, right, where the clouds were starting over the Gore Range. Now, are you feeling any wind? Because it kind of made me think of that, red skies in morning, sailors take warning. Sometimes that can indicate a windy day. Any wind?
Right. Love it, Trisha. You're spot on with that. I was going to leave that alone. It was so cliche, but that is accurate. That's something I was thinking about. There is a light breeze. The flags that are along the International Bridge, they're starting to flutter, so that's something to be prepared for. Some light winds. They're saying that by tomorrow, the winds could increase to the 60-mile-per-hour range in some spots, so that could affect lifts, but it's too early to tell, as you mentioned. We'll see what happens, but my suggestion to viewers is to tune in right here to Vail Valley Live, 7:30 to 8:30, as we'll have an update on your weather conditions, your snow reports, and so much more, and make us a part of every morning for you, because our whole plan is to get you ready for your trip to Vail and Beaver Creek into the Eagle River Valley.
Yep, and we want to thank Randy for chiming in today and Jerry for checking in with us today. And if you ever want to chat with us during our morning show, you definitely can do that. 7:30 to 8:30, right there on YouTube and on Facebook. And then we're live on Outside Television, Channel 17. So if you've got that, on your kitchen TV and you're getting the kids ready for school and everything, that's just another way where you can get updated on what's going on in the Vail Valley. So thanks, Ken.
I'll see you guys soon. Great to see you guys. I'll be back on Wednesday, and hopefully we'll be hiking up the mountain to bring those powder shots. I'll leave you with this shot of Solaris, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Okay, beautiful Solaris right there, Yeti's Grind. I'm heading to Yeti's Grind right after this because we're starting a new series called Legends and Locals. And I'm going to interview Chris Anthony about his amazing career in the ski business and just the ski industry. So we'll be bringing that to you this winter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.